Hey guys, welcome back to a new video on the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the best Bed Wars Black FPS boosting packs at the moment, in my opinion. But before we get started with that part of the video, let me give you guys a big thanks because we finally hit 500 subs on the channel. It's a huge goal, and like I said with every goal, I've never thought I would be able to make it to here. At the time of recording this video, I'm at 502 subs. So if we could, make that 503 subs, that would be so great. But without further ado, let's get on with the video. So the first pack on this list is called Kirito. It's by far the most FPS boosting out of all the packs so far because I've played with them all like a good amount of time. And this one almost tripled my FPS boosting. I don't know if it's going to be triple for you guys, but I usually get an average of 80 FPS while not streaming. And while not streaming using this pack, I got a solid 238 as my highest, which that's a big difference. I don't think you know 238 is a lot better than 60. Does this ladder go on forever? 200 like my computer very rarely gets up to 200 FPS for the main fact that I don't have a GPU. I run off of my Ryzen 7 integrated graphics, which aren't the worst, but I am saving up for a PC at the moment, so it can be better because Ooh. 60 FPS while recording, and like almost 40 when I'm streaming. It is not the best, and I'd rather have more. But like these packs, they will get you more FPS, and like they're all really clean. Besides how this one I don't like the armor because it's got the weird like handcuff things, which they're a little weird, I guess. It's not the worst. It's just minor criticisms. And I really like the axe. They're all good packs in general. Besides FPS boosting, this pack also gives like a bunch of other things. It has a really nice sky, got a really nice sword texture, got a really nice GUI. It's got pretty much everything pretty done well. There's nothing to complain about. That's what I like about these packs. They're all very clean, and you can't complain about something that's good. Besides, the armor. This dude's just gonna annoy me. So this next texture pack is called 10K, and it was for 40 mins by Yuki. 40 mins, I don't know if they're still doing content creation, but they have had a few viral videos. They did hit 30K at one point, but they did talk about deleting their channel, so I don't know if it's still up. But when I first got this pack, I didn't think anything of it. It's got a weird sword texture because it's got like the really long like guard. But when I came to using it again for this video, I realized that when I'm not recording, when I normally get like 80 FPS, this brought it up to, it got peaked at 200, but it averaged around 160, which is a lot more than, which is a lot more than 80. This texture pack has a lot going on for it, not only with FPS boosting, but really nice sky, really nice textures. The GUI is very simple and plain, and it's overall a really good pack. Like I said with the last one, there's not much to complain with a pack that's near perfect, but like every pack, there's flaws. Like even in it's almost perfect. It's just that there's one pixel in one of the textures that's slightly messed up, and that's the only reason why. I'm not plugging my texture pack or anything, but like you guys should. But to get serious on topic, this pack is really well made. It has a lot going for it. It's got really good FPS boosting because if it can boost it up to a max of 120 FPS, it's a good FPS boosting pack. And not only can it boost FPS that high, but like it averages around 160 to 180. So it's like even at not peak, it's still really good at FPS boosting. I'm about to die. Also, really quick before we transition into the next texture pack, I will be linking all of these down in the description down below. So make sure if you guys want to download any of these, if any of them appeal to you in any sort of way, they will all be linked in the description or one video that can get you to the link. So I just want to put that out there because I don't want to make sure I'm just going to put you guys on a stranded manhunt to find these. But now let's get on with the next texture pack. So this last pack is called Nightmare. and it's also a really good pack. This one has done the least FPS boosting for me. Instead of getting around 60 FPS without like any texture pack or like some other texture packs, this one gives me like 120 when I'm not streaming. So it's definitely not the worst, but they're like the first one, for example, was a way better example, giving me almost 200 FPS. That's a big difference compared to 120 to 80. Because I don't know if you guys know math, but like 220 peak is a lot higher than 160 peak. That's like an 80. No, not 160 peak. That's the other one average. This one gets 120. So that's like 100 FPS boost difference between this one and the first one. So this is the one that I recommend the least, but it still does give good FPS boost because, you know, I rather run 120 FPS than 60 FPS. That's just a personal preference. If you like running on like 40 FPS, you do you. But like, I'm gonna stick to running, you know, good FPS. Along with the other packs, this one isn't perfect, but it's damn near close. The only things I would complain about is the GUI. Not this GUI, but like the chest GUI where it's like white. It would be a lot better if it matched this. The leather armor is alright. I just don't like how it shows like the natural leather color from like the generic texture pack. Because on the shoulders and on the boots and stuff, it is like I ran out of blocks. So like all the other packs, this one is an FPS boosting pack, and I recommend using all of them. But you know, the first two I recommend using a lot more since they do boost your FPS by a lot more than this one. But without further ado, bye.